What the fuck, Nintendo? So, I'd recently made a video yesterday about Nintendo taking down two tournaments, one for the Melee tournament and the second one for Splatoon 2. So, by the time I recorded my video, I forgot that the Etika situation happened. So, I apologize if I didn't cover this in this video, for those who are wondering. But I figure since I seen this, I was like, we need to talk about it. So, Etika, for those of you guys who don't know, Etika was a YouTuber that loved Nintendo. He was a big Nintendo fan. He loved Nintendo. He was probably the biggest Nintendo gamer out of everybody on YouTube. So he recently suffered. He recently lost his life. I think it was last year. He suffered through mental health, and as a way to honor him, as a way to actually honor his name, they decided to do a charity event where they would do customized shells for Joy Cons, and it was, as you can see here, black and white, and they would have his brand on here, which is the Joy-Con Boys. Um, well, they were doing it for good cause, but what does Nintendo do? They go after them because they were selling something based on their product. And the other reason they went after them was because of the trademark Joy-Con. Nintendo, I'm really sorry, but this is not how you handle things. This is not how you fucking do this. This is not okay. And I know some people may say, yeah, but they have the legal action to do it. Yeah, from a corporation standpoint, they do, but this is not how you do it. Like, this here was going into a good cause. Like, if people were making money off of, like, customizable Joy-Cons, that's different. But, see, these people were doing it for the right cause, right? They were. They were doing it as a way to help people that are suffering through mental health. It was basically going to charity. So I would think Nintendo would actually let it slide, but because they didn't, and because of the bullshit that they've been doing with not just their communities, but with this, it doesn't surprise me. But as a person that loves Nintendo, like, I love most of the games I play are Nintendo. Like I mentioned in my last video, I love Nintendo. I love all their games, but just because I like Nintendo does not mean that I'm gonna kiss their ass. I'm not, because when I see issues like this, I almost feel like what the hell is going on with Nintendo? It's like it seems like they just have their heads out of their asses. It just seems like it, because time and time again they tend to pull the shit every single time. Whether if it's their products, whether if it's IPs, whether if it's anything that has to do with them. And at the end of it, that's what people need to understand. Like, especially people may come at me and say, "Oh, well, they have the legal action to do this. They're a company. They're affecting their brand and whatever." First of all, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about, because even if so, if they have the legal action to do it, in a sense they can. But the fact is, they have no authority or any way to do this kind of shit, right? Even if it's going after tournaments, even after it's going after people that are trying to actually do this for a good cause. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a supporter of Nintendo. I would think for someone that, like, people that actually like Nintendo would obviously think this is a bad thing for them, and it really is. This is a bad image for them, because now you're just upsetting even more people when you're doing this kind of shit. So honestly, for Nintendo, I think they really need to get their asses out of their heads. They really need to, because This shit just pisses me off. It really does. Like you're going after something that people were doing for a good cause. Like I can understand if let's say they were making money out of their own pocket and it was going to them. Okay, I can understand that. But it was going for a good cause. It's not like what happened with the Soulja Boy instance where he was making duplicates of older systems and making them as their own. Okay, that part I can understand, but not this. This here, going after this is not acceptable. And I think everybody can agree with me on that. So yeah, Nintendo, I'm sorry, but you need to get your fucking heads out of your asses. I'm sorry, but you do. Because right now, this is not a good image for you. Um, Especially when you went after uh, a YouTuber named Etika who actually loved your games. He was a big Nintendo fan. So it's stupid. It really is. At the end of this, it's just, at the end of all this, it's just stupid. It really is. So yeah, not only did they went after tournaments, you went after a tournament for Melee, a game that is almost 20 years old. You're not making any profit off of anymore. And then you went after a tournament for Splatoon 2 that you yourselves officially made for yours. Like, made it uploaded for everybody to compete. Now you take it down because of the hashtag, and then other people had to watch it and play it through freaking Twitch. So really, it's just Nintendo just needs to really fucking get with the times. It seems like they're just back in the 90s again, where everything just is back then, where it's NES and Super Nintendo and everything. Because it seems like they keep pulling this shit every single time. And honestly, I don't care if Nintendo fanboys go after me for this, but I think if they really had the actual, like, brains to understand that this here, what we're looking at, is not acceptable. Doesn't matter any way you look at it. This shit is not acceptable. It's not. So, tell me what you guys' thoughts about this. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.